It's the Juicery Podcast Show.
Hey, yo, what's up, guys? Welcome back to the Juicery Podcast Show. Joining me again are my two colleagues in crime, and for entertainment and movie reviews, we have them today, Juicery P and Bench. Say hello.
Hi everyone, welcome back to the show. It's been a while, so thank you everyone for coming back. And picking up where we left off, we're now at the post Loki universe. So hope you can continue showing up to this recordings or podcast.
We're still at Marvel and Disney's
Yeah,
movie.
yeah, but like Loki is a very big undertaking for us. Kind of burned us out, but yeah, we're back. Yeah, welcome back.
Yep. Hello, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are in the world. My name is Juicery P, and welcome to the Juicery Podcast Show. Yeah, thank you for having me again, Rai and Benj. And yeah, it's nice seeing you guys again, and it's time to review a new movie. Okay, well, not that new because we've been reviewing Loki last time, and now there's a new content for us. And yeah, let's head on to the show.
Yeah,
Ooh.
Black Widow. It's been out for I think 4 weeks now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
It's
it's been
available,
out for a month.
Yep.
Yeah, a month. It's available in Disney Plus Premium and also in select theaters.
Yep. Yeah. Which brings
Yeah.
us to one of the
Some development
issue.
there.
Yes, some development, some issues over there. Disney draws some flack due to Scarlett Johansson suing Disney
Yeah,
due to
Disney got sued. by
Yeah.
Black Widow.
And Kevin Feige actually got a little bit pissed off with that because apparently, if you guys don't know the news, so Scarlett Johansson sued Disney over the simultaneous release of his movie at the same time the exclusive the showing in Disney Plus. So Scarlett Johansson thought that part of the contract is an exclusive theatrical release followed by a Disney Plus release.
Yeah,
What happened was it was shown simultaneously.
everything.
Yeah,
So
and
their contract should be there's exclusivity in theatrical release first, and then eventually getting it in your homes. But we know that didn't happen.
yep.
It had a very good first week. On the first weekend, it got 32 million,
Mm-hmm.
and then on the second weekend, it got 82 million dollars.
But hey, regardless of the numbers, like I hope they get this sorted out because like
Yeah, I know.
Black Widow is still Scarlet. Although she died, I hope this doesn't let her like
Oh,
lose
you're-
her.
You're already saying spoilers way ahead of our spoiler warning.
That's
But
it's
Endgame has been a couple
basically
of
not the
years.
spoilers. People already know that she died
No,
in Endgame. Okay, in Endgame, guys, take note. Endgame.
Endgame is how long now? Like 3, 4
3 years.
Yeah.
We moved on.
Yes. Our tears have already dried up.
Died.
Yeah.
So for those who didn't know, Scarlett Johansson became the executive producer for this movie. That's why she's really into it.
That's why she's pissed.
Yeah,
Yes.
the earnings. Because after Disney Plus Premium was accessed by a lot of people, the movie theater cuts and budget, the earnings was cut into a half. I think.
Yeah, they went
started
down.
at 32, 82, it went down to 16.
Yeah.
And new movies like Space Jam took over the box office
Yeah.
for this.
So basically, the people who are supposed to watch it in the theaters and make some money to Scarlett were the ones who already watched it, and they watch it in Disney Plus. Hence, the profit goes to Disney instead of the movie itself.
Well, yeah, assuming those same people will go to the theaters. So
Yeah, assuming that.
So we're here today. We're gonna do a quick review and reaction for the movie, and like what earlier Bench we talked offline regarding about the movie, if this is really a movie that they had to make or they just made it out just for the dollars. So that will be one of our discussion here today as well.
I didn't say it like that. I was just asking, is this really necessary? Okay, it's more on move that story in a different way. But since we're already like way beyond that, Captain America and Winter Soldier already closed before getting this, so I don't think it doesn't add necessary. But we'll share more details on that later.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I'm gonna reserve my comments probably later after our post review. Yeah, I for one think that this movie can be made like probably in a series, but it can be a movie as well. But it really has to go. I mean, it really has to be shown. So I'll reserve my reasons later.
And some say that this is also a send off for our Scarlett Johansson's Black Widow character. She'll never be back in the next phase as she died in the planet
Vormir.
Forgot about that one.
Well, if this lawsuit doesn't get fixed, this probably would be the last one.
Probably her.
Yeah. So I actually kind of hate it, or I feel sad because they're going to end her stint as Black Widow with this, with bad feelings, or something really, just not good. They didn't separate in good terms. So I really hope this gets settled out.
Yep.
It's been an ongoing issue as well, like in The Walking Dead and AMC. Some of the creators suing AMC.
Oh, really? Well, is it the same like premise?
It's like a miscalculation and some details in the contracts about how the money is gonna be split across. It's the same.
People are still watching Walking Dead, so that's more. I'm more surprised on that than anything else.
I actually thought that it ended on season 10.
Yeah, and Rick like moving to going to the movies, and then the gang remaining to continue whatever they have left.
Yeah, and with we
have two spin-offs regarding it, so it still has a lot of fan base.
Yeah, well, with the lovable characters already gone, me getting spoiled, it's hard for me to watch it again. I won't spoil it. I won't spoil it.
Okay. I don't really care.
Yeah, no, to the viewers,
No, not for me, but I stopped watching after season 2.
Oh, really? Well,
I'm not like saying it like, hey, I'm proud I stopped watching, but like it's something really, really not worth it to continue. So
so they said that's the last best season because that's the season where the original creator Frank Darabont left.
Mm-hmm.
So you watch the best seasons of the show.
But the movie is that still a thing?
What movie?
No, it's got pushed back as well because of
the Walking Dead movie.
Yeah, Rick is in a different place because he's going to start a movie. Like they separated him from the main cast to be in that movie.
Okay,
that's what I remember from the last time I heard about it.
Okay, gotcha. Anyway, you guys want to start off the review already?
Yes.
Yep. Bench, hit it with our spoilers.
Spoiler alert. I know this movie has been out for a while, but probably some people haven't seen it yet. So for those few people that are planning to see it this weekend, we're warning you, we're going to spoil most of the details. We're not going to like do it like blow by blow when we usually do it, but relevant details are going to be spoiled. So you've been warned. Please move away from your radio or whatever you are listening this with.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, we're going to spoil it for you.
Yep. But before we do that,
first, before you go away and turn off this radio again, do all of those things that we always say. Hit like and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Look us up on Patreon. Help us support, grow the channel.
Yep. Follow us on Spotify.
Follow us on Spotify and Google's podcast. What's the other one that I always forgot?
Anchor
FM. And your mom's FM radio. Please do all of those things.
Yeah, all the links will be available to you in the description.
You are trying to do. So please help us support this channel and grow the community. We'll eventually start a Discord. That's still pending.
Ryan is still not working on it.
as with other things, he's still not working on it. But yeah, eventually that will happen if you give us some more love in our Patreon. So
Yes.
Yeah.
Hopefully
I think
more
that's what we schedule
sponsors.
for the while.
Hopefully more sponsors if you guys like our content.
Yeah, you can sponsor us. Ask your mom how to sponsor us.
Yep.
Anyway, let's go.
also,
That's out of the way.
Yeah.
They're not here
Also,
anymore.
Jones, can you help with the cast? This is a very talented cast that they have.
Oh,
in
are we
the
gonna
name of
start
the
it
show.
now? We're gonna start now. Okay.
Yeah, we can start.
So Black Widow was released. When was it released?
It's been a while.
Yeah, it was released June 29, 2021, and that was a world premiere, while it was released July 9th in the US, simultaneously on Disney Plus and on theatrical release. Okay?
Yeah.
It has a running time of 134 minutes. It was directed by Kate Shortland and written screenplay by Eric Pearson, story by Jack Schaefer and Ned Benson. Okay, this movie stars Scarlett Johansson as Natasha Romanoff, our lovable and fierce warrior, Black Widow. We also have Florence Pugh as another Black Widow named Yelena Belova. We have Rachel Weisz as Melina, David Harbour as Alexei, or our as we all know him as the Red Guardian.
I know him as the daddy.
Yeah, the daddy. You know, we also have Ever Anderson and Violet McGraw as young Natasha and Yelena, respectively. We also have O.T. Fabenley as Mesa Rick Mason and William Hurt as General Thunderbolt Ross. Okay.
Ooh.
So
I also have my favorite European model. We have Olga Kurilenko. So as another character that you're gonna find out later.
yes.
So we could start with the plot.
Go ahead.
This is a little adventure between Civil War and Infinity War, between Black Widow and her so-called spy family earlier. So the film started with our little family in Ohio, where they are actually Russian operatives living undercover, as what Benj corrected me earlier, where we found that they've been hiding under the radar. They've been trying to get something out from the US. After a quite great scene, after they're being chased outside of the country, we found out that the two kids, the younger version of our sisters, Yelena and Natasha, lost their parents because they're going to be taken back to Russian slave. Is it a slavery jumps or is
no,
it?
it's a training program. It's an
Did you watch
assassin.
it?
I don't know the
Okay.
term.
This podcast is now just what did Ryan remember from the movie he watched.
Yes. What did Ryan remember?
So is it already called the Red Room?
Yes.
Early.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's
So,
assassin
Red Room,
training program.
I think it's a callback to The Shining. The Red Room is when you read it backwards, it's murder.
Yes. No, it's actually, the Red Room is actually the name of covert ops assassin training program that trains Black Widows. So Black Widow is like agent name. It's what they call the agents who train under the Red Room.
Yeah, all girls, right?
Yep. All girls.
Mhm.
And as history shows, or like when you watch like Age of Ultron, Avengers Age of Ultron, and the other movies pertaining to Black Widow, they reference, what happens inside. Like they train them, they train them to learn ballet. Aside from ballet, regular like royal manners. At the same time, combat training. And with that,
Very deadly combat training.
yes, close combat, close quarter combat, shooting, at the same time, assassination techniques. So yeah. So with that intro, I mean, with that prologue and the opening montage, with the credits, opening credits, it's really nice that you see how they're being trained. It's a good representation, or like, like realization of the world, like how girls are being sold to slavery and how they are, being brought up, to be of use to other people, so there's an awakening with the background music of, a different rendition of, Smells Like Teen Spirit. So
Yeah.
There's a lot of American callbacks here in just this like opening sequence.
mhm.
So yeah, there's one. There's another that I can't remember the title of. But yeah, it's more on what is I think what Natasha is finding really fascinating about America, and then like confirming that to her moving back to America after that mission.
Oh, I think it was John Denver's song.
Was it? I'm not
Yeah.
familiar with it. But
Yeah.
yeah, like there's a lot of things that are happening that you can connect back to America or her stay in America,
Mhm.
or in the US. So it's probably that's why she came back. Like I think there's also a baseball thing or a football thing, reference in there somewhere.
Yeah, it was American Pie. It was American Pie. Bye,
Was
bye, Miss American Pie.
Yeah.
Go of the show
Okay.
to the levee. And, yeah, something like that.
But yeah, it's something like that. There's just eye-opening to like we know now that she stayed for a while in the US for this mission. And that's why she defected back to America because of how living situation is in the US.
Mhm.
I mean, it's a bit shallow review of it, but it's a bit straightforward
Mhm.
from what I can see.
Mhm.
Anyway,
Yeah, I really like the opening as well because the aging scenes that they have with David Harbour, he looks really young.
was he the age? Is that I thought
Yes,
it's just makeup.
he was the age there.
I didn't notice.
Yeah. And by the way, just want to add, fantastic, what do you call this? Fantastic,
Beast.
no.
And where to
Amazing
find them.
performance by Ever Anderson and Violet McGraw. You know, the two young Natasha and young Yelena. You know, they were their acting was amazing in those scenes. Yeah. Did you guys know that Ever Anderson was the daughter of Mila Jovovich?
She was in the
Oh, now that's where
She was in the
the
film.
resemblance is coming from.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
she was in the film with the Resident Evil films.
Yes.
She was the queen, the Red Queen.
Yep. She is the daughter of Mila Jovovich and Paul W.S. Anderson. You know, the director of Resident Evil.
Yeah.
Mm.
So
that's-
after the montage, we get to move forward to at least current times where we see Yelena all grown up
Mhm.
and still with the Red Room. And during this time, we can say that our Black Widow, Scarlett Johansson, Natasha Romanoff is ready with the Avengers, right?
Yep.
This is in line with
That's where
And-
this timeline was set.
Yep.
And
So-
this is after
Civil War.
or before Civil War.
No, after Civil War
After
and
Civil
before Infinity War. Yeah.
Hmm.
So this is the premise is what was after the airport fight. I
Yeah,
think
after
most
the
probably
airport
the airport fight where Black Widow stunts Black Panther.
This is
in-
where we know Black Panther is a snitch.
Black Widow. Black Widow
Oh,
was a snitch.
Black Panther.
Black Panther. He
Oh.
had them all.
He
He had them all-
tattletaled Natasha that she got beaten.
Oh yeah. He snitched at Iron Man, and
Yeah.
he found So Tony Stark found out that Natasha betrayed them, and he said that's when he said that Ross is coming after you, right? Something like that.
Yeah, it's like connecting the dots after all of those things already happened.
Mhm. So that's why she flees and becomes a fugitive for violating the Sokovia Accords.
So during this time, her so-called sister from before was introduced with this chemical agent that she was exposed to it from one of the widow as well, or
Yes,
a de facto.
a rogue Black Widow agent.
And then she lost from the mind control from the Red Room,
Mm-hmm.
and then she.
Yeah. I think that's the one of the biggest change that they did here is the Red Room. Because I'm not sure if you've seen Agent Carter. We have the Red Room at that point already, like back in what's that?
40s.
World War
Early-
One,
40s.
early World War
30s. 30s.
World War Two, around
Yes.
World War Two.
Yeah, 30s, 40s.
So yeah, the Red Room is already there and thriving, and now it's moved to somewhere more technologically advanced.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
And they are even using the same moves, which is good to watch, and like good to remind us that this is all interconnected, and and Agent Carter was canceled.
Oh, so sad.
Yeah.
It didn't have any traction. I think.
Well, it was good. Like people are just not watching it.
Yeah, true.
So, yeah.
true.
So after that, we get a package was sent to the now hiding Natasha. She's hiding from General Ross. It's where we find that we get the attack coming from our main villain that we thought of. What's the name of our G.I. Joe looking guy? At first, we thought it's a guy.
Which
Oh,
one?
which one?
We're talking about
The one that attacked her car, Natasha's car.
Taskmaster.
Yeah.
So this is our first
That's-
viewing of Taskmaster.
So Taskmaster in the comics, can you give a little rundown, Joms?
Well,
A little background?
Taskmaster has been a staple or long time villain in the Avengers. Okay, so what his powers are, he can mimic any kind of ability
Move.
or like move set just by looking at it. Skills. He's usually an antagonist. He's a mercenary hired by numerous criminal organizations to act as a training instructor. So because of his ability to mimic any kind of fighting style, he can train people because of that. He can fight like Captain America. He can fight like Black Panther. He can fight like Black Widow. Just by looking at it, or just by looking at them. So yeah, he's.
But this is the first time we've seen him in the Marvel Universe.
Yes,
right?
this is the first time we've seen him in the Marvel Universe. Not sure. As a story progresses, we'll find out.
Yeah, there's a twist coming.
Yep.
So from there, we found out that Natasha survives after all those.
Yes. Budapest.
Budapest.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Budapest.
Budapest. Yeah.
They
Yeah.
kept saying it like it's Budapest.
Yeah, Budapest. This place is actually a really, really, a big throwback to Avengers. And this this location has a lot of history for this Avenger. Especially with Hawkeye.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
finally know what Budapest is look like. What does it look like when they were like referring it like this is not the Budapest I remember.
Yep.
Something like that.
Yep. Yeah, much like Budapest, right?
We remember Budapest differently.
Yeah, it is.
So that's how it went.
Exactly. But yeah, it's a nice
okay.
throwback.
Yep.
So this is where our two Black Widows reunite, and then they learn that Red Room is still active worldwide.
Yeah,
That's why Natasha decided they have to stop Dreykov, the leader of Red Room, and they need to get some leads. So one of their leads is their father, of course, from what's the name of her father, Alexei, and the
yes,
former Russian
the
superhero,
Red Guardian. Yes, the Red Guardian.
which during this time is at prison.
Yes, it's in a Soviet prison. Yeah, I don't know. Basically, just because.
I just want to say like he is already like the best character in this one, and he doesn't have that much lines,
Mm-hmm.
and also he's acting like really stupid, but I really love
Yeah.
this character.
Yep.
Um,
Him accompanied with Florence Pugh's character, Yelena Belova. These
Yeah.
two are the comic relief of the movie.
Florence is like just acting like herself, and like I'm not.
Exactly.
I'm going to believe like, okay, so this is a spy character, and he just acts like Florence in real life. Like, okay, I'm sold. I want more.
Yes.
So like, if the pitch is like that, I'm fine with it.
Yep. And if ever Yelena does become the next Black
She
Widow,
will.
yeah,
I
I'm
hope she
totally
will.
sold for it.
Yeah, like she's really nice and she's really cute.
Yes, she's cute.
I'm also looking forward at the same theme, the grounded theme that not a lot of superpowers are being shown like this one. It looks like a Mission Impossible with on steroids.
It's a spy
right?
movie. It's a spy movie.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
time.
It's along the lines of Captain America. We have the
Winter Soldier.
the outer space line with Thor, Avengers, Thor, Guardians of the Galaxy, Captain Marvel, and then we also have the mystic type or like the superpower type like WandaVision, Loki, and then
Yeah.
we also have the soldier super spy agent line for Marvel, which is like Captain America, Falcon, Winter Soldier.
We
and
also
Black
have the
Widow.
body cup for Winter Soldier
Yeah, the
and,
body
and
count.
Falcon. So we have everything here.
So they broke their father out from the Russian prison, and I think that action scenes there, that was really nice.
Yes.
I love that prison
Yes,
scene.
the action scene was amazing, and at that time, there was actually a few scenes cut where Alexei was trying to fight against the prison inmates and the prison guards, but I think it was cut from the movie. The only interaction that was shown in that battle was Alexei getting electrocuted by the prison guard, but nothing else.
Probably just to weigh down on the time, and of course, this is a PG-13 rating,
Yeah,
so
true.
they might remove some of the R rate. So getting their father out, he claims that he didn't know where Dracov Red Room location is.
Yeah, there was
but-
actually a really nice conversation going on with Yelena and Alexei in the helicopter. You know, their comic relief conversation. You know,
Marvel is really good with those.
yes.
So their father Alexei said that their mother previously America is still working with Dracov. So that's the next jump that we're gonna go.
And
when
you know,
we-
the helicopter dropping down, saying with Alexei
With
saying that it's
no-
gonna make it, but it's not. That was kind of
So
funny.
after all those years, Alexei still knows where the mother lives.
Melina,
Yeah, Melina. Then he still knows where the farm is.
yeah, she does. He does. I mean, he does. So probably because of intel. You know.
Yeah, that's why he's in prison. He knows a lot of Russian secrets.
Mm-hmm.
So when they reach to the Melina, she's doing mind control experiments at her pets,
Yep.
pigs
So-
in her farm.
Yeah. So basically, she leads the team. She leads a team who develops the chemical mind control process used on the Black Widows. So that's why she knows a lot.
So that's why Black Widows are doing the missions without any question, without any remorse, because they're already mind.
Yeah.
So who made the antidote?
That was not.
Was
Shown.
that something that they shown? Like, or
That was
like
not
even
described.
telegraph? Yeah. Like that chemical thing that explodes. Where that did that
The
came
red
from? I'm not sure that I caught that one.
And guys, just so you know, here in the scene, you know, in the family scene, in the table scene, that was when. So going back in the prologue, three of them knew that it was a fake family. You know, only Yelena didn't know that they were not a real family. Yeah, and then in that table scene, Yelena just found out that they were not real, that they were not a real family. So that was like a big revelation to her. You know, she believed that they were a real family. So all this time.
Throwing a tantrum about it. Like, she went to her room. It's so cute.
Yeah.
And it was also an awkward moment
Yeah.
where Alexei went in and tried to console her. So after that, they are being tracked, right, by Dracov, and they were taken down by a group of henchmen, and they're taken into this what do you call the
Red Room. They were taken to the Red Room.
They're finally in the red room.
So it's like a castle in the sky. It's like the Avengers.
Helicarrier.
Yeah, that's why they
Shield.
cannot find them. Like
same
anywhere.
shield.
So they were taken there, as the audience know, think that they were like betrayed by Melina, because they were asleep, and then they suddenly the agents arrived and they were all knocked out, and they were taken to the Red Room. Okay, but all this time it was just a plan by Melina and Natasha to swap using face mask technology so that they could get to the Red Room, so that Natasha could face Dracov in the Red Room.
Dracov. So it's another Mission Impossible callback, right?
Oh, it's a callback for every Marvel shit that they used that.
Yeah, Natasha used it in Winter
It
Soldier.
was in Winter Soldier, it was in Captain America and Winter Soldier. It's also in one of the movies where Hydra won almost. It's also in Agents of Shield.
Oh yeah.
So yeah,
Yeah, shit.
everything. It's like one of their staple things.
Yep.
And we saw that like there's a when they were talking with when Natasha and Melina is talking with each other, we can see in the background. Not that part yet. It's when she was hiding her weapon. We can see in the background like the stuff that she has. You can see in the background the same technology or like the same face technology
Face
lit up.
veil. Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So it's like already
Set up.
readying us to that. Hey, we're going to use this again. It's fine,
Yeah.
even though like we've used it like a lot.
Mhm.
So yeah, it's something staple. Not I don't think it's a callback to anything else. Maybe Face Off,
Probably.
probably. Yeah.
But it was a
Natasha
good idea. It was a good idea.
There's an
That's her
actual
yeah.
Face Off reference later.
Oh,
Right?
really?
with with Florence already like in the operating table,
Mhm.
and
Oh,
there's a
yeah.
drawing in her on her face
Yeah.
or lined like she's lined up for the operation.
Mhm.
They were all gonna open her up
Yes.
because
And-
she's the first. Some of the experiments that they've done, they killed a lot of children, right?
Mhm.
It was part of the reveal. So during the fight where she was taken a 1-on-1, Natasha versus Dreykov, we finally get to see who is behind the mask for Taskmaster in this Marvel movie universe. And let's do a little background on her. Natasha decided to join the Avengers because she has this past where she has to do some killings.
No,
where
she has
attacked-
to take out Dreykov. She has to take out
Dreykov?
Dreykov. Yeah. But unfortunately, her daughter, Antonia, was there in the building as well. But, it's a collateral damage since they have to verify if Dreykov was there. And since Antonia was there in the building, she could confirm that Dreykov was there indeed.
Yeah.
She pushes through with the mission
Yeah.
and the building explodes.
Yes.
But for this reveal, we got to know that Antonia was still alive and she was Taskmaster all along. Her
Yeah.
father made her into this weapon.
Isn't this like something with what Avengers is that with Loki mentioning Dracov's
Dreykov's
daughter?
daughter. Yes.
Which one is that?
Avengers, the original
The first
Avengers movie. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. So this is Dreykov's daughter, which
Full circle now.
Natasha gets really ticked off, because no one
Yeah,
knows
weird
about
to be
it.
ticked off.
Mhm.
Like that's her like modus, like,
Oh yeah, true.
and eventually like, oh, this is his plan.
Oh.
Anyway,
We can
So
actually
that's-
have there was actually a throwback again
Mm.
on that scene here in the movie
Ooh.
where she was interrogating Dreykov, right? But that'll be for later. That'll be for later. Wherein
We're almost at the end.
yes, yes.
at the climax of the movie.
wasn't
So
this like
during-
a big deal before? Like she called herself a monster, not because she can. And like there's a lot of controversy here before, but like people thought she's calling herself a monster because she can't she can't conceive.
Yeah.
And like that's one of the running gags. And like, hey, we don't get our periods anymore.
Yes.
Because they were
She
taken
doesn't
out.
really
right?
want to kill Dracov's daughter, and she finds herself torn about it. Like after the fact, she still wants to still apologize after it. So it's more on the character closing every loose ends
Mhm.
in this one.
True.
It's a better the Wolverine, if I may say so. There's
Yeah.
also I think maybe later I'll call it back, but just to say it now before I forget it, this is another movie with a movie to put a backstory to a specific clothing material.
Ooh,
Clothing material. Oh yeah.
Let's go back to that.
clothing line.
Oh yes. I know that.
So we also learned that in this room, the table that Dreykov is using, he was able to control the entire Black Widow operation
Mhm.
worldwide,
Yes.
where they were able to topple government, control the flow of the economy,
Mhm.
with the push of the button. They have agents all over. So it is where Natasha was pushed to end it all. So they were able to get help from her mother and father who escaped down at the prison cell
Mhm.
where Taskmaster was trying to stop them. And they were able to have all the Black Widow come into one room, in this main room, and then they were all removed from the mind control using the last of the vials, right? It was really a funny scene.
Exactly. I mean, Yelena did a spectacular job there. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And then
I
they were able to destroy.
Yeah, I also want to like comment on the Red Guardian's performance in the prison. You know, when he was like pouring his heart out to the
Does it have an earpiece?
yes. And at the same time, he was pouring his heart out as well. When he thought that he was beside Natasha, and then he found out that it was Melina all along. I was pouring my heart to you.
He did his character really well.
Yes.
He acts stupid, but it's a believable type of stupid. Like it's not condescending or anything.
Mm-hmm.
It's like he bashed his head too many times.
That's
during
what
fight.
drugs do to you.
Mm-hmm.
So after all those explosion, the pieces of the spaceship, the ship falling down, everyone survived. Nobody died, right? Except for Dracov in the end.
Oh yes.
Where his escape copter was exploded by Yelena.
Mm-hmm.
So we ended the film with the whole family saying goodbye to Natasha as she is gonna face General Ross.
Yeah, she tries to go back.
So that's
And
basically
we
the
move
entire film.
into the next movie in the Avengers series.
Which is Infinity War.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then after Infinity War, Endgame, we move over to the prologue. I mean, the epilogue of this film, where we get to see
Post Endgame. We
Natasha,
see
right?
yes, Natasha's tombstone, and then we see Yelena Belova trying to going to the tombstone and trying to whistle as a callback. Because in the prologue they had this certain whistle to communicate with each other, and then it was just really sad when she whistles and nobody whistles back.
Actually, she got herself a dog,
Yeah.
and Natasha would have
this is
loved
where
that.
this is the post where everyone's returned, right? After the snap.
Yes, this is post blip.
Did we know if Helena was part of the?
I'm gonna
Dusted?
try to guess that she did.
Because she
Eventually.
didn't age. She's still she looks the same.
Well,
right?
sure. Her aging isn't it halted?
When
Oh, no, wait.
When you got flipped for 5 years? Yeah, I think you don't age. Your
No,
memory.
Being her being part of the Red Room, she doesn't
Oh,
age the same.
I think she didn't get snapped because
Okay.
probably because of how long her hair was that time already, and probably during that time they were already talking to she was already being used or being
Already an agent.
working
Val,
with the person that we're going to introduce next.
which is
Yes.
Val. I just said her name.
Oh yeah, Val. So guys,
Surprise visit.
yeah, there was a
Surprise
surprise visit by none other by Contessa Valentina Allegra de Fontaine.
Wow.
Yeah, you guys might know her from one episode or probably a couple of episodes on Falcon and the Winter Soldier as the one who recruited the U.S. agent in a secret, I don't know, military team. We don't know if it's still Hydra or not. But this is also a precursor. Yeah, also a precursor for the Thunderbolts.
Thunderbolts? Could be Thunderbolts.
Yeah. So I
So
know.
what happens next? She gave a folder to Yelena, and
No, it's a tablet.
a tablet.
A tablet showing what she is saying, that the person here is the one who killed
Who killed?
the responsible, the one responsible
Didn't say
for
yeah.
your sister's death. She didn't say the one who killed, but
She's twisting a lot of what happened during Endgame.
exactly.
Mhm. And the next mission for Yelena as well,
Yes.
right?
Yes, and we find
And we
out that
get to
this
know,
we
it's
get
Clint Barton,
exactly
also known as
Hawkeye.
Ronin.
Ronin.
Ronin. He was
he's also
Ronin.
known as Ronin, aka as Ronin as well.
Yes. His costume in Endgame was the Ronin costume, where at the same time he was also Ronin in the comics in New Avengers when that was after Maya Maya Lopez. There were a lot of people dressing up as Ronin. There's Daredevil, there's Hawkeye, there's Maya Lopez, there's Echo, but yeah, he was also famous as being Ronin.
So with that, the movie ends. We could probably give our reaction
Yeah.
and our scores, because at the end of movies we give scores as well. So we could start with Bench on this one.
Yeah, it's fine. I mean, 1 out of 5, it's fine. It's because like the question for me is still, is it necessary? Is it a necessary movie? From what we understand in the movie, it is to bridge that gap between what was the timeline again? Between Civil War and then Endgame. So it's a necessary thing to happen, as well as a send off for our character, or for the artist. But I think we've lost some like good characters along the way. So Taskmaster could have been a better villain eventually, and this got resolved. So we no longer have that character in the pipeline. What else?
She joined the family, right? She joins Alexi.
Yep.
No, like the whole character of Taskmaster is someone who is like a normal person but can really go toe to toe with Captain America. The only one who can beat him is Deadpool, because he's really
He can pretty predictable.
unpredictable and stupid.
Yes.
But we already have that. So since the character like has been cured because of the red stuff, we no longer have it, or I'm not sure how they're going to do with it. So yeah, a bit dissatisfied about that, but seeing everything got wrapped up, I think it's fine with me.
Yeah.
So yeah,
It works for you.
Well, for me,
How about you, Jumps?
for me, probably I could score this movie a 3/5, a 3 out of 5 stars. Speaking with what Bench also mentioned, this movie really fills up some gaps. And one of the interesting backstories here in the Avengers universe is Black Widow's. We want to know where she came from, what happened to Budapest.
Budapest.
Yeah, Budapest. And then it does fill some gaps, and we can't get enough. Prior to this, we couldn't still get enough of Scarlett Johansson, and it's a really good thing that she has her own movie
Finally.
Yes, finally, we could showcase what is inside the Black Widow universe. And the fact that Hawkeye is also gonna get own Disney Plus series, everything comes full circle. We finally find out what happened to Black Widow between Civil War and Infinity War. We finally find out what happened to Dreykov's daughter, what happened to Budapest, and it closes off so many things. What I didn't like about this movie was their treatment of probably the Taskmaster. I read years back, or a year ago, I read this leak saying that Taskmaster was in fact Mason, but they probably changed it out. And they also mentioned that Melina will be the antagonist, and Taskmaster will still be mind controlled and still be part of the Thunderbolts. So a lot of things changed, and the fact that it has been resolved, Antonia being Taskmaster, and the brainwashing was gone. It changed my perception of it. It was washed down. Probably they'll expound on it, in the future movies. They might do a thing where the Thunderbolts would mind control Taskmaster again, and probably train Thunderbolts. Yeah, the Thunderbolts group.
The poor person she's going to undergo to the same.
Exactly.
Anyway.
Or if they would do it with Taskmaster's consent. She's willing to train Thunderbolts in a good, with a positive purpose.
Yeah,
Since
I hope they do the same with what they did with the Mandarin. Like, there's an actual Mandarin. It's not this Mandarin that we know who is actually.
Yeah, that's a good idea. There's a
with
real
them doing it again, as long as Taskmaster shows up again in the movie with Moon Knight.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
But that's going to be like double stupid.
True.
But yeah, like if they set it up well, I'm going to see it.
Yeah, or Deadpool, that would be fun.
That's going to be a fun fight.
Exactly. So yeah, 3 out of 5 stars. You know, it's good. It fills
Yeah.
out a lot of gaps, but it left us with more, or we left us with a couple of questions that
Yeah.
you
Oh,
know.
I want to change my score.
Mhm.
Okay, you can go ahead and change.
I
your
want to
score.
change it from
One.
one pocket out of several pockets in the jacket.
Oh my god, we totally forgot that.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
This is
Bench-
another movie with an origin story for a particular article of clothing, which is another jacket.
Yes.
I hate it when they do that. Like no one even found it
Yeah.
noteworthy. Like the jacket that Natasha was wearing at the
Infinity War.
at the start of Infinity War.
Yeah.
Like it's just a weird jacket. Now we know it has pockets.
Exactly. And now we know where it came from.
Came from Florence.
Lilina.
Oh,
Yes. Yes. And aside from that, you know, the performance of all the actors and actresses, you know, Scarlett Johansson, Florence Pugh, I love her. She is so adorable. Alexei, David Harbour, he has the best Russian accent that an American can do.
like, it's a bit like at the start I thought it's going to be confusing because Stranger Things ended with David Harbour
Russian, yeah,
Going to Russia.
going to a Russian prison.
Yes. So
like,
apparently
It must be a crossover.
yes, it's a crossover of Stranger Things and Black Widow and Marvel.
But no, like this is a very different character. It's not a
wrong
rehash.
movie.
Oh,
So yeah. Also, it's great seeing Rachel Weisz again. She
Yes, I miss her. a
still
lot.
kicking it.
it's been a while and still doing great, right?
Yes, she's
She
still
looks
hot.
great. She looks great.
Yeah, she still looks hot.
So for me, I'm gonna score this movie in a casual moviegoer way because when I saw this in our Disney Plus, there were around 5 of us that are just casual moviegoers. So we didn't know anything about Taskmaster because a lot of those folks didn't read Marvel comics. But we do notice that ScarJo was sporting that short blonde hair and wearing the vest. So that's the continuation that they tried to put it in here. So I'm giving it a score of 3.2 out of 5. It's very entertaining. I like the spy films, spy movies with action on them, but it gets a lot of confusing parts for a non-pure fan of Marvel Universe.
Yeah.
But like me, I got a little bit confused on some of the parts. That's why I have a hard time piecing things together and knowing the names, the reference, the callback.
Yeah, I
As
think
long
if
as
you're a casual moviegoer, the first thing that you're going to ask is why is she doing everything herself? Where is Avengers?
Exactly.
That's the main question. Where's the others? Where are the-
And then the answer is that I don't think is specifically. Well, it was
They were
said
either
the
in
movie.
jail. They were either in the raft or like exiled
said
to
in the-
another
in the movie.
place.
Like, oh, they're in jail. Thunder Ross is after them. But if you're not really paying attention, you will not catch it, and it still not make sense.
Yes, exactly.
So another big budget production film from Disney, getting a lot of traction in the blockbuster. So the budget is I think more than 200 million total, and it's earning up to 360 million the moment right now.
Yep.
So
It's
really
it's actually around 343.6 million in the box office right now.
Oh,
projected to go over
Yes.
380
Yes.
by
It's on its fourth week, right? Or third?
yeah
I
fourth
don't
week.
know.
Mhm. Gotcha.
This will be the fifth week this week on our recording.
Yes, I
So
love Florence Pugh.
Go and watch.
I-
Go
yes.
watch this film.
Yep. You
Cast
guys
is
are
good.
you guys are going to love Florence Pugh.
The way she referenced
She
the
did
post,
that
the post.
3-point post, 3-point landing.
Oh, the tripod pose.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
she's supposed
The flip-
to.
the
Yeah,
flip-
that was actually one
flipping
of the
the
best.
hair.
That was actually
I
the
had
best.
to watch that like twice.
yes.
This is really cute.
Exactly. So pretty and cute.
Okay, with that, we're gonna end our review and reaction for this film. Any last words for this film and for our viewers, guys?
Yeah, before I think for me, you can give it a chance. but it requires some like previous knowledge, so be ready for that.
Mhm.
Since it's a streaming platform, you can probably put the movie on pause and then check it out if you really want to be clear. Because yeah, the first thing that you're going to ask yourself is, where are the Avengers and why is she doing herself all of the things herself?
Mhm.
So yeah,
Well, for me, as Bench also mentioned, go see the movie. It's a nice movie, action packed, a spy soldier movie where you can find out the missing pieces of this Avenger. If you don't know anything about the MCU, it's jam packed with action. But if you're a Marvel buff or a Marvel fan, you'll piece out or find out the missing areas that you can uncover or like littered around the Marvel Cinematic Universe about Black Widow. So
Easter eggs as well.
yes, a lot of Easter eggs. Funny. The movie is funny. It's engaging. It's really. You can watch it in the theaters if you have it on your area, and watch it on Disney Plus as well.
Plus.
So
with that, guys, let's invite them. What's our next movie plan, or are we gonna have a short break? What's our next move, guys? I'm voting for another movie.
what's coming up?
yeah, what's coming up?
We could review some movies that are already out, like
Which one?
Quiet Place 2, if you want.
Yeah, how are we going to see that? We don't even have an open theater yet.
Yes, there's no showing here in quite.
It'll
for
be
Quiet Place.
available at August 16 for streaming.
Oh, really?
So we just
yeah.
we're
Okay,
gonna have,
Look, you can
we're
check
gonna
it
have
out.
that. So we'll check out the upcoming movies as well. So we'll just surprise you with a new recording.
Yep.
Yeah, thank you for joining us today. I think we made it almost an hour for this recording, or not. We know.
Maybe.
We'll know. Thank you, guys. We'll be seeing you. Please follow. Don't forget to like and comment as well if you hear us in YouTube. Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you very much,
Thank you.
guys.
Bye.
Bye bye.